Hey everybody, this is Major League Hats, and today's video I'm going to continue off of the last video that I published, which was why I hate Prolight hats. And it's not necessarily just a matter of the material, so if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. But I figured I would get two uses out of this great hat that Professor Hatter sent me to do that video. Now, I'm going to be honest. Have you guys ever wondered how the inside of a hat looks? Now, this is a 3930 flex fit hat, so it's not like a 5950 or anything like that. But I've always wondered, what does it look like on the inside? You know, what does the buckram look like? What does the sweatband look like? In this case though, it's an elastic sweatband. Of course, I know the button is metal, but why don't we, with the help of Professor Hatter for giving me this hat, let's take a look at the inside of a 3930 flex fit hat. Alright guys, let's go! I got a couple tools of the trade. I got like a little skill blade here that you usually use for, I don't know, cutting pictures or edges. Got a pair of scissors just in case, and we are going to start. All right, let's adjust the camera so you guys can see why I'm working on it. All right, I'm gonna start with the bill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just insert a little hole up here at the top, and I'm just gonna get to cutting. Try scissors. Oh yeah, so much better. Oh yeah, actually let's do this all the way. I am literally cutting right down the middle. Obviously I'm not going to be able to cut over the button. Oh, this is going to feel really good to cut through that Dodger logo. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of stupid, so here. I'm actually going to cut around it. There we go. Alright, cut off the Dodger logo. There we go, right there. Alright guys, let's take a look at it. Here we go. Got the hat cut in half. As you can see, look at this. Can't really tell anything. Look how thin this fabric is for this Prolight. Okay, sweatband. Looks like it's just an elastic band. I'm going to tear it off here. That's, you know, well, I was going to tear it off, but I'm going to use a little tweezer, a little clip here. God, this fabric is so thin. Wow, look at that. Wow. Alright guys. Alright, I'm just cutting off the strings. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we took that off. We're going to take off the layer of the bill. Oh, okay. The cool part is, if you guys can see, it looks like it's all stitched on or poked on or inserted on because it's literally attached to the other side. So you have to, it's literally attached from one side. It's basically going through the material. So that is actually pretty cool. It's a plastic type material, you know. Plastic material that probably costs like, I don't know, 10 cents. And it looks like they go through all one side somehow. Yeah, you can't tell, but I just looked through the light, but you can see the little holes that go all the way through the other side, so they can insert the stitching, so they can put the little, you know, fabric onto the bill. And now that's, so it's already curved and everything, so like these particular hats, you can kind of curve it if you want to kind of continue to curve it some more. You know, it's not too bad to curve it again, but alright guys, the next part is going to look at the little elastic band here. It's probably nothing special. Alright, little elastic band, that's it. plastic band. Okay, so we have plastic little visor thing. Got some very thin fabric. All right. I'm gonna see if I can somehow get the 3930 lining off, because it looks like it's just kind of stitched on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, here is the 3930 little tag. Yeah, I mean, this is a very very thin material. I mean, I don't know. Okay. And they're charging like, you know, 35, 40 bucks, 40 bucks now for hats. And yeah, this does not like seem, I don't know. Even on a Prolight, that's supposed to be a good material or whatever, you know, to keep sweat away. This seems very cheap. I can't get it off. Okay. Well, I will tell you, it is stitched on, so that's the good part. Here's the piece that's stitched on, okay? Look, man, that material is just so thin. You ever wonder what the eyelet is? Is it a button, or is it just I don't know. Nope. The eyelet is just a run-on like stitching of the fabric. Now for the New Era flag that they ironed on as well. Look at this, I'm pulling it off with my nails, which I don't even have no nails. That's how easy this crap can come off. I probably didn't even need a hair dryer, but considering I have really no nails because I bought them. Here, I'm going to use my teeth. Nah, never mind. I'm going to use my little blade. Don't use your teeth, okay? Okay, New Era flag's coming off, yeah. And then the last little part is, I want to see what this, you know, part is here. Let's see if we can just cut through that part. It's actually kind of fun. Thank you, Professor Hatter, for sending me this hat. Because honestly, I would have never done this with the 3950. Yeah, another stitched on part. Actually, it's not even stitched on. Look at that. It is glued on. They didn't even put stitching on this side. It is just glued on. And this is the front part of the hat. You know, you always would think that this part would be stitched on as well, like the rest of it, and it's not. This whole part right here is just a glued on material. The only time it's stitched on is right here at the edges. So... alright, so now, yeah, so there we go, you guys. Alright guys, we demolished a Prolight hat. So thank you again to Professor Hatter for sending me this hat. This is basically the hat before I destroyed it. The only thing I didn't take off, of course, was the button, but as you guys can see, I know it's just a metal button there with the white fabric around it, and then it's basically hit on or pinged on. Now, the front of the bill on these 3930 Prolights is just this plastic visor type deal, and you can kind of bend it, but as you see, it kind of just reverts back to its normal form after a while. They do stitch the stitching on top of the fabric, and it goes through the bottom of the fabric, because you can actually see right through it. Like, I can make out the camera that I'm looking at right now, so you can see the small little puncture holes through it. This logo, the iron-on logo that I was talking about earlier, very cheaply applied. It's basically applied with glue. I was actually able to get some of it off with just pulling on it from my fingers, which I have no nails, so it shouldn't be that easy. This part was a little weird only because like I always thought this would be like sewn into the rest of the hat, but this is actually like a multi-layer type thing, and all they did was basically glued it together, and that was it. 3930 lining. It was actually kind of cool. It's actually sewed on there, so that's cool. It's very thin. I mean, it is super thin, this little lining. I mean, so yeah. Nice elastic band there, so for your flex fit, so that's, I guess, good. That's probably like the thickest part on this whole hat besides the visor. And this is engineered exclusively for players. I bet you players don't even wear this. Overall, this Prolight hat, this material is just so thin, it's not even funny. Truthfully, honestly, I already told you guys already, but if you're gonna buy this hat for like rain and stuff, okay, fine, you're gonna beat it up, fine, but honestly I just don't feel like this kind of hat is gonna last out through the years compared to this kind of hat right here that I'm wearing, this Charleston River Dogs hat. I feel like this is just a better quality regardless of the manufacturer, thicker material even though it's a little thin, but I just feel like 5950s are way better produced item hats, and these Prolight hats are so not worth the money that they're asking us as hat connoisseurs to pay for. So little advice here, take it with a handful of salt. Whatever you guys want to do, the choice is always yours. I am just here to provide information for you. Alright you guys, I hope you guys liked the video on finding out what is on the inside of a Prolight hat. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit your notification so you get notified of my upcoming videos. Again, I want to thank my Patreon members. Harley M, thank you so much for being a loyal Patreon member. I really appreciate it. And if you guys ever want to be a Patreon member, I'll provide the link down in the description box, and you can learn all the benefits that I have to offer on my Patreon page. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I'll provide the links down at the bottom as well. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. This is Major League Hats out. Bye everybody. See ya.